Hello everyone, this is Miss Grace with ECC 17. Thanks for joining me for our physical fitness class of the day. Today I will be teaching you guys yoga and mindfulness. This class will be geared more towards middle schoolers or high schoolers or our elementary kids that are a little more advanced in their yoga. If you've never done yoga before, that's okay. Just follow along. I'll try to explain as best as I can. All you're gonna need today is comfy shirt, comfy pants, maybe some shorts, whatever you have. I have a yoga mat, so if you have a mat, you can use that. Otherwise, carpet, blanket, towel, anything you have, maybe just something nice and soft to practice on, and water if you want to stay hydrated. I should probably go fill mine up because mine's almost gone. But we will get started and I hope you guys enjoy. I'm going to start in a nice seated position. Legs are crisscrossed. If you're more comfortable sitting like this on your knees like this, you can. I don't particularly like this because it bothers my knees, so I'm gonna sit crisscross applesauce. All right, so we're all gonna start here. We're just gonna start by closing our eyes, taking a few deep breaths. Okay, in through the nose. I know for me, one of the best parts of practicing yoga is really just focusing on my breath and relaxing and using this time to really just take for myself, especially with all the craziness going on in the world. It's important to be mindful, focus on the good things sometimes. Okay, so we're gonna start, once you're ready, we'll start kind of rolling our neck out a little bit, going side to side. I slept on my neck wrong yesterday, so this feels really good. Make sure you're breathing. Also, guys, feel free to put on some nice relaxing music if you want. I did not add any to mine because I figured maybe you want to play your own, so feel free to do that as well. Okay, when you're feeling all stretched out, we're gonna start by taking our right hand, elbow, and we're gonna place it down on the side, just like this. Left arm is gonna come over like this. We're gonna feel a nice big stretch. We're breathing here. Maybe if you want, you can look up at your hand. And try to keep your booty on the ground, okay? Okay, when you're ready, we're gonna come back up. Reach up high. And we're gonna go to the other side. So elbow, forearm on the ground, arm coming just like this. We're breathing here. You can look up at your hand. Okay, and when you're ready, we're gonna come back, get that little extra stretch. Okay, from here we're gonna move into child's pose. So if anyone's ever done child's pose, you start like this and you put your knees at the edge of your mat so they're kind of wide, and you're gonna sit back onto your ankles with your arms wide out like this, okay? Your head can go down onto the floor, your forehead resting. And this should feel really good in your back, your shoulders, and really just feel yourself pushing into the ground, okay? So we'll stay here for a few breaths. Okay, when you're ready from here, we're gonna do something that we like to call threading the needle. So you're gonna start with your right hand and you're gonna put it under the left. And then you kind of sink into that. So your shoulder is on the ground and you should really feel that nice stretch. You can take a breath here. When you're ready, you'll unthread that needle. We're back in child's pose, and we'll take our left arm and thread it through underneath our right arm. And same thing, we're gonna push that shoulder down to the ground. Feel that stretch, okay? Good. Okay, we're gonna come back out. We're back into child's pose. And from here, we are going to head up like this into what we call in yoga cobra pose, okay? So your feet and your knees are on the ground, and you can come here if that's comfortable for you. On your forearms, you're looking up straight like this. If that's not enough of a stretch for you, you can straighten your arms a little bit more so you're up a little bit taller. Again, keeping that chest up, looking up. Okay. We all have different levels of flexibility. So some people, you might be here, you could be here, you could be here. Everything just modify to what feels good to you. Okay, so from here, we're gonna crunch our toes underneath, and we're going to go up into downward dog. So you lift up, and we're right like this, okay? In downward dog, we should really feel the stretch on our calves, okay? So back here, this muscle right here, okay? So we're kind of pushing our heels into the ground, pedaling them out. Make sure we're still breathing, okay? All right. From downward dog, we're going to either step or jump into forward fold. So that either looks like a step like this, or if you want to try something fancy, you can jump, okay? And we're gonna hang low here. This is forward fold. All right, so we're trying to reach for the ground, reach for our toes, maybe your knees are a little bent, whatever feels good to you. Okay, maybe we shake our head, nod our head. Sometimes we like to swing like this, ragdoll. Feels good, just let everything loose. I don't know about you guys, but this feels great. Make sure you're still breathing. Okay. When this feels good, we're gonna go all the way up and reach up tall. I realize you guys can't see me. So we're way up here, stretching up tall. If you want to do a little extra here, you can reach from your chest and you're gonna just lift back into a little back bend. Make sure we're breathing. From here, we're gonna bring our hands to heart center, which is right here. We're gonna bring them together, and we're gonna bring them all the way down, back to forward fold, okay? Which we just did. Hang out here for a minute. Again, wiggle those knees if you need to. When you're ready, you're gonna take your hands, place them on the ground, and you're either gonna step or hop like we did before, back to plank position, okay? So I'm gonna step back, and this is plank. So when we're in plank, we wanna be really strong, okay? Our back is straight, everything is tight. All right, so we're here. From here, we can either do a chaturanga, which is you go down like this with just your muscles, almost like a push-up. If you don't wanna do that, you can do your knees first and then down like that, okay? And we're gonna come into upward dog, which is straight arms like this, okay? Make sure we're breathing in and out. From here, we're gonna go back into downward dog. So what that sequence that we just did is called a sun salutation, which if you've ever been to a yoga class, I know Power Yoga, there's a lot of different studios. That's what a lot of the practice is made of, is just doing sun salutations. So we'll do one a little bit faster now that I explained it all together. So you're in downward dog, and we're gonna hop or step front. So we're here, we're down in forward fold, reach up, little back bend, and come back down. If you want to add in a little halfway lift, so your hands come to your shins and you straighten your back, and then come back down. Here, hands down, hop or step to our plank, and then you can do chaturanga or knees, chest, okay? So we're going all the way down and up to upward dog. And we're back at downward dog. So that's a full sun salutation, okay? So from here, we're gonna do a little warrior series, which I will teach you those poses next, okay? So right here, we're gonna lift our right leg, okay? It doesn't have to be tall, it can be here, it can be here, it can be here. It can be more than I can do. So we're lifting that up, and we're gonna take our right leg and we're gonna step it through in between our hands, okay? So we're in this nice lunge, and this should feel really good in your hip, all right? From here, we're going to stand up into warrior one, okay? So in warrior one, our front foot is still facing straight. Our back foot is almost forward, but it's kind of diagonal, okay? But your heel should be on the ground. So we're like this. Our chest is forward and our arms are up like this. And we're breathing. Maybe you look up. Okay, from here, we're gonna move into warrior two. So in warrior two, our back foot is gonna turn out. So now it's pointing towards the back. Our front foot stays the same, and we're opening up, just like this. Okay, we're gonna be gazing over this front hand here. This is my favorite pose, well, one of them. Feel nice and open. From here, we'll go to peaceful warrior, okay? So your back hand is gonna gently rest on your back leg, and this hand is gonna flip. So right now it's like this. You're gonna flip it up, and you're gonna gently lean back like this. Make sure you're breathing here. And when you're ready, we're gonna cartwheel back down to runner's lunge, okay? So your arms are going, woo, all the way back down. So here we are. We'll take that right foot, go back into plank. And then we're right back into our sun salutation. So in yoga, they'll call that your vinyasa. So you'll just go through it. So you'll either do your chaturanga, back up to your downward dog. So we're in plank, we're going down, upward dog, and downward dog. All right, now we're gonna do the left leg, okay? You guys are doing awesome. So left leg is coming up. Sorry, my tummy's showing. Left leg is up, feeling that stretch. And we're gonna bring this all the way through between our hands. And this is our runner's stretch. Again, make sure this knee is straight. If it hurts, if it's too much, you can bring your knee down just like that. Okay. From here, we're gonna go up to warrior one on this side. So we'll have our foot again on the heel on the ground, kind of facing forward. Front leg is bent, Arms straight up, looking forward. We're breathing. Maybe we're looking up. I like to look up. Okay, from here we're going to warrior two. So that back foot is flip-flopping, so it's here, it's gonna go boop, like this. And arms are going here and are opening this way. So your left leg and left arm should be front, right arm, right leg should be back. And then from here, we'll go to peaceful warrior. So right hand, gently gonna come back onto our right leg. Left hand is gonna flip, and we're gonna lean back. Just like the other side, we'll pinwheel, cartwheel our arms down. So, woo, all the way back down to our runner's lunge. And when you're ready, we'll kick that left foot back, and then we'll move through our vinyasa or our sun salutation. So again, either chaturanga or knees, chest, to upward dog, and to downward dog. When you guys are ready, we'll gently come back to a seated position. And we will start to close out our practice, okay? Okay, so now that we finished that little practice, which thank you for joining me, and I hope that you liked it. If you want easier things, harder things, you'll have to comment and let me know. But the way that we always end our yoga practice is with something called Savasana, which means technically corpse pose. So essentially you should be still, relaxed, and just taking this time, taking a few minutes to really let yourself kind of meditate and go to a really good place. So all you're gonna do is you're gonna lay on your back, close your eyes, and I almost fall asleep every time I do this, but it's a really nice way to end your yoga practice. So I'm gonna put on some nice relaxing music. Okay, so all you're gonna do is you're gonna lay back like this. And your hands are just gonna kind of flop. Your head is relaxed. And you're gonna just let everything kind of go. You can close your eyes. And just focus on your breath here, in and out. And we'll stay just like this for a few minutes, okay? When you feel ready, you can start wiggling your fingers and your toes and starting to re-wake up your body. When you're ready, we're going to roll to one side into a fetus position. If you want to hang out in Savasana longer, you can. I know I usually do. So when we're here, we're going to push off of the ground and lift ourselves back up into seated position where we started. Okay, so before we end our practice, something that we always like to do at the school I intern at is we like to say a little mantra, which is, may we be healthy, may we be happy, may we be at peace. So it's just sending like a nice energy for all of us. So if you want to say it with me, you can. May we be healthy, may we be happy, may we be at peace. And finally, our last thing that we always like to do with our younger kids, but I like to do it myself, is we put our hands together and we like to think and send a kind wish to someone important in our lives. It can be anyone, anything. It could be your dog or your cat. So just sending them a nice wish, nice, happy, healthy thoughts. So do that, and we'll take a nice deep breath in. Thank you guys all for joining, and I hope that you enjoyed it. Bye.